Welcome. We wanted to go ahead and speak to some of you guys in person. We haven't had a chance to see you in so long, and we just wanted to reach out. We had some new information that was this week and the AP test.
Yeah, just a big welcome to our AP Physics 1 students. We miss you guys. The first thing we wanted to talk to you about was access to technology. If you've gotten a little deeper into the remote learning stuff, we just want to make sure everybody has enough access to either the internet or devices to access the internet to complete the assignments. Please let us know right away if you're having any difficulties, and we can try to assist you with that.
Okay, so more information has come out about the this year's AP exam. The most important thing is it is going to be on Thursday, May 14th. And when we initially heard about it and communicated with you, we thought it might be a student by student choice, but it looks much more like it's going to be a specific time on May 14th. It's 2 p.m. for us. And so May 14th, 2 p.m. Is when we'd be required to take it. And the makeup part, the June date, which is June 2nd, really is intended as a makeup for if you really cannot do it, you have to get permission, or if something goes really wrong with the tech. But it's meant as a last resort, not really as a first choice.
As you've probably heard, it is a take-home exam, a take-at-home exam. You'll be able to access it either via computer, tablet, or smartphone. We're guessing the best option for most people right now would be to log into a computer, and you're only allowed to log into one device. Log in on the computer, complete the questions on your own paper or type it in, either upload it from the computer or take a picture of your work and upload it from there. So we are asking more questions about this, trying to clarify, and we will try to give you the best course of action and the best way to access your technology when we figure it out as well.
Yeah, and we'll work on trying to have a chance to practice that and hammer out the system so that you're not having to figure it out on the day of. On a side note, one little thing: the camera settings for your mobile device. You may want to lower the resolution on those so that they're smaller files, a little easier to transfer. And I mean, that would also just be relevant for stuff that you're submitting on Schoology. And we do have a lot of stuff where we need you to scan paperwork and upload it to Schoology. And it would help with that too.
Yep. So the exam is considered open notes. You can use any resources you want. We're really worried about kids trying to drink from the fire hose and have too much information on hand. It is a timed test, so you don't have a ton of time to try to do an internet search on a different device or anything like that. So I would have your notes very organized, and you might want to take a look at things that you're going to want to pare down into something useful for yourself as you go forward with this class.
But you can you can be selective and decide on a few things that you want to give yourself reference. Yeah, again, you're not going to have time to Google stuff, but you can also keep handy some of the stuff. And what's going to be on the test? Now, they say units 1 through 7. Now, their definition of units is a little different than ours, but what that basically comes to is what we taught in class, everything we did up to spring break, and simple harmonic motion, which we had just started to get into. We have lessons that are aimed at that. And so if you didn't get to do last week's lessons, really make sure that you look at those. And you can still do those. The Schoology deadlines that we put on there are just to push you to get it. But you can still go back and do those. You can get credit for them. But more important, you can get the learning.
The overall format for the take-at-home test is going to be 2 questions, and both free response. The first one is going to be 25 minutes long, and then you'll have 5 minutes to upload your response. The second one will be 15 minutes long, and again, you'll have 5 minutes to upload your response.
So
and once you submit for question 1, you can't go back and adjust your answer for question 1.
Sorry to interrupt. The first question The first question is going to be worth about 60% of the score, and they call it qualitative quantitative. And you might be going, well, what's that? It's what you've been doing, especially on reasoning tasks. When we've asked you to write out your CER explanations, that is what they're talking about, not just showing some calculations, but really explaining what you're doing. So there may be equations involved. There may be things where just making up some numbers to be able to demonstrate what you're talking about could be handy. But it's not just going to be a numeric solving. It's really about explaining and showing. You also want to maybe be able to give details about diagrams, graphs, all of that stuff. So really reasoning tasks that we've done, and some of the questions like those that we have tackled are good things to be looking at.
Yeah, question number 2, the 15-minute question, is 40% of the score, and it's your paragraph length response. And they're going to present you with a question, and you're going to have to explain it and arrive at a conclusion. And again, the reasoning tasks that we've been giving you are a good way to go about answering this, doing claim evidence reasoning kind of format for this as well.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like an English paragraph, an English essay. Bullet points are good. A lot of the stuff that we've worked on, and really just if you focus on being CER disciplined, that can make a big difference. You will be allowed to use your equation sheet as well and personal markings that you've made. So your personalized version, if you've had something that you've found that works better and helps you, you will be allowed to have that. But do make it personal and do keep it easy to use, brief.
Yeah, calculators, you're allowed to use a calculator in the exam. They say that all of the questions can be done without a calculator, but I would definitely have one on hand just in case.
Yeah. They're going to require, and this part is something that we still need to get more information about, but there's a lockdown browser. They're going to, in order to not let you Google everything and to not be able to bring in outside sources or have somebody do it by remote desktop or something like that, they're going to require a lockdown browser. And we don't have all of the details on that, but they have said that they will make some of this available. So we expect to have a chance to practice with that before it's the day of.
And as you would expect, they have a bunch of different security measures to make sure no one's cheating. They have plagiarism software. They have all kinds of different things. I would definitely not try to outsmart them on the cheating stuff. The consequences are pretty big. They actually will report you to universities. Any university that you want your scores reported to, they'll actually report that you got caught cheating. And they actually give a copy of your test to us to make sure that we recognize your problem-solving style, your handwriting, and all that stuff. So please don't put us in that situation either.
So, outside of the AP test, we also just wanted to take the chance to talk about what's going on in the class, just beyond worrying about just May. So, as you're looking at the assignments, where you're looking for stuff week to week, cannot emphasize enough. Look at the active syllabus. You'll have everything you need linked there. We've tried to provide it all over the place in Schoology and elsewhere, but the active syllabus really just is a portal to everything that you need. I've already mentioned that you can also don't worry about the due dates on Schoology if they have passed. You can still do that, but we're putting those in there to keep you from getting overwhelmed. And again, if you haven't looked at the simple harmonic motion from week 1, put special emphasis on that.
Yeah, also use the Microsoft Teams study sessions. We've gotten some pretty good response on that so far. A lot of people just checking in either with technology questions or getting help with some of the new simple harmonic motion stuff, and especially going forward with getting help on some of the AP style questions that we're going to be asking you. You're not on your own. Please don't struggle too much before you get help. I know some of the struggle is just not having that personal contact that you're used to from classes. So let's treat some of those study sessions as, contact time, and just, yeah, you're not on your own. So let us help you out.
Yeah, nothing to make us happier right now than one, being able to help students, and two, just getting to talk to you. So please come on by. Um, we want to also mention my AP assignments because that's a bit of a shift from what we've been doing, including a little bit away from Schoology. And there's some real opportunities there. One, they are, even though there's not multiple choice on the test, what we're asking you to do, the CER analysis, is really good exercise for what you're going to be required to do in the test. It's very good topical review, and we've got a big chance for you to earn some points in there because you can go beyond just having to do 8 points and explain all of them. It doesn't matter whether you got them right or wrong. You can explain as many questions as there are, and for each extra one that you do, you can be picking up extra credit. So if you're somebody who would like to have had some credit from test corrections and we don't have that opportunity now, this is for you. Or if you just like bonus points. So.
Yep. And as we're getting closer to the exam date, we'll definitely give some mock test opportunities in the form of some multiple choice mock tests. And we know you're not doing a multiple choice test for the actual AP test, but conceptually, it's a really good way to work through some of those concepts. And we'll also give some FRQ forms of the test that will mimic the actual test you'll be taking. And so we just want to give you as many opportunities as we can for you to prepare for the AP test on May 14th.
So, guys, keep working, keep moving forward. You've got a good opportunity here, and we're excited to see what you can do. So please keep going, and please again, help sessions. Come by, say hi.
Yeah, we miss you guys, and we're super bummed that things are what they are. But yeah, we are definitely here to support you, and please let us know what we can do to have you get a better grade on the AP test.
Take care of each other. Stay healthy. Stay safe.